Welcome back to Auto Review, the channel where we bring classic rides back to life. Today, we're diving into a car that marked a turning point in automotive history, the 1970 Toyota Civic. Now, before we get started, you might be wondering, wasn't the Civic first introduced in 1972? You're right, but Toyota actually never made a Civic. That was Honda. So let's clarify right off the bat, there's no such thing as a 1970 Toyota Civic. But don't click away just yet, because what we think you're asking about is one of Toyota's compact cars from around 1970, most likely the Toyota Corolla. That's the model that went head-to-head with Honda's early compacts and helped build Toyota's reputation for reliability. So in this video, we'll review the 1970 Toyota Corolla, one of the foundational vehicles that led to Toyota's global success. Let's take a closer look at the exterior, the interior, performance, and pricing of this iconic ride. Starting with the exterior, the 1970 Toyota Corolla had a design that was simple, clean, and incredibly practical. It came in several body styles including a two-door coupe, four-door sedan, and a station wagon, giving buyers some flexibility. The lines were boxy but proportionate, with a modest front grille flanked by round headlights that gave it a friendly face. Bumpers were chrome, and so were the hubcaps, giving the car a slightly upscale look despite its economy car status. The wheelbase was just over 91 inches, and its total length was compact enough to easily navigate tight urban streets. It wasn't flashy, but it had a kind of honest charm that made it approachable to families, students, and first-time car buyers. Now, stepping inside, the interior was modest but functional. You won't find leather or infotainment screens here. Instead, what you get is simplicity and durability. The dashboard was straightforward with large, easy-to-read gauges. The controls were mostly mechanical switches and sliders, no touchscreens, no unnecessary frills. Seats were vinyl-covered and surprisingly comfortable for short to mid-length drives. Rear legroom was limited, as you'd expect from a compact of the era, but the overall space utilization was clever. The trunk offered decent cargo room for groceries or luggage, making it a practical daily driver. There were very few options, but that meant fewer things to break, a big plus for reliability. Under the hood, the 1970 Corolla came with a 1.1-liter or 1.2-liter inline-4 engine, depending on the trim. Don't expect sports car performance, the base engine made around 60 horsepower. But considering the car's light curb weight of just over 1,600 pounds, it moved around town just fine. Acceleration from 0 to 60 took more than 15 seconds, but it felt peppy enough for its size and time. What really made the Corolla stand out wasn't raw speed, it was dependability and efficiency. With a manual 4-speed gearbox, it gave drivers a real sense of connection to the car, and it achieved impressive fuel economy numbers for its day, averaging around 30 miles per gallon. That was a big deal during a time when fuel efficiency wasn't a major focus yet. Handling-wise, it was nimble at low speeds and easy to park. The suspension was basic but absorbed bumps fairly well. It wasn't built for aggressive cornering, but it held its own on winding roads with minimal body roll. The brakes were drum on all four corners in most trims, which required some extra foot pressure but were perfectly serviceable for the car's size and speed. Now let's talk about the price. When new, the 1970 Corolla sold for around $1,700 to $2,000, depending on the configuration. That made it one of the most affordable new cars on the market at the time. And here's the amazing part, it offered incredible value for money. It didn't break the bank to buy, it didn't cost much to maintain, and it lasted far longer than many of its contemporaries. That's why you still find some of these on the road or in classic car shows today. If you're in the market for a 1970 Corolla now, prices vary widely depending on condition. A barn find in rough shape could go for a couple $1,000s, while a fully restored model might fetch $10,000 to $15,000, especially if it's a rarer body style like the coupe. Collectors appreciate its historical significance, and classic Japanese cars are gaining more respect in the collector car market every year. So to sum it all up, the 1970 Toyota Corolla wasn't about flash or horsepower. It was about reliability, simplicity, and efficiency. It was the kind of car that just worked, and kept working. And that's what helped Toyota earn the trust of millions of drivers around the world. Thanks for watching Auto Review. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more classic car content every week. Drop a comment below if you have memories of driving a vintage Corolla or any classic Toyota. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep those engines running.